I might be changing the tense of this novel. I am pretty confident that I have found every single possible Canadian literary agent. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be completely honest. I have no idea what I'm going to do. So, wish me luck. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Meadow Marie and I'm an independent fantasy and romance author. I am back in the new year and I am hitting the ground running. What my plan is for the next couple of days is to work on querying Project Pirate, which is my Greek mythology inspired sapphic pirate fantasy novel. I did some initial queries in October and I've gotten quite a bit of rejections now, and so I am looking at doing some more queries. Now that the new year is here, a lot of agents have opened up their boxes right now, so I think it's perfect timing to take a look at my first initial chapters, do some edits on it, and then try to find out if I can find some more agents who might be interested in my story. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday now, and I am working from home today. You would have seen yesterday. I know I didn't really speak that much yesterday, but I was doing a lot of moving around. I started in the morning in the cafe, came home for lunch, and then I ended up going to the library to work. But now I'm at home today. And just to kind of update on what's going on, so I am currently working on just going over the first few chapters of my manuscript. I just really want to make sure that the first few chapters that agents are looking at and reading and sampling and pretty much deciding if they want to work with me in this project, I really want to make sure that they're as good as they can be. And I already felt very confident about them before, but even now, just a few months later, rereading it, there's definitely some bits that I have been kind of editing and just rearranging the sentence structure a little bit. But a big thing that I've done is actually decide that, well, I haven't decided yet. I might be changing the tense of this novel. So originally I wrote this, it is third person past tense. That is how I've been writing my fantasies for a very long time now. I guess I should specify third person limited. I've decided to experiment a little bit and try doing present tense instead of past tense. Right now, it seems to flow a little bit better for me, but I am not 100% sure if that is just because, like, does it actually flow better, or is it because I've read these words so much and worked on the story so much that having it in a different tense makes it fresher for me. It makes it feel nicer. So I'm getting someone to read over the first 2 chapters, both in past tense and in present tense. So it's kind of what I've been working on again this morning. I'm almost done the 3rd chapter, and then I'll probably just stop it there. Yesterday, I ended up going through all of the agents on Query Tracker that either I have yet to query, that I've just opened up. I've gone through them all, the ones that are looking for adult fantasies. And I'll come back to that in a moment, actually. So I have about, I want to say 30 to 40. I did the count yesterday, so whatever it is, I'm going to put it up on the screen right now. But yesterday I found this many new ones that I can query. There are a few agents that come from agencies that if they've rejected you, you can go to and find other agents. You can query to different agents at that same agency. Some of them, I have looked at those ones, and there are a few more that I can go back to, but they're all closed at the moment. That's kind of what I have going for me right now, is I have this many, however many I put on screen. I have that many agents to query. It's good because I already have the query letter ready. I'm gonna look over that again before I do some more querying, but I think it's pretty strong. So after this, it would have been, it's going to be a lot of queries that I would have sent for this novel, which is fine. It's absolutely fine. At some point I'm going to reach 100, which is going to be crazy that 100 people that are going to be reading this. And if that means that I get 100 rejections, then I get 100 rejections, and we'll keep going from there. Something I wanted to come back to that I just remembered that I was thinking about yesterday is the difference between young adult fantasy and adult fantasy, specifically written by women. So my first 2 books that I've self-published are young adult fantasy novels. The characters are young adults. It is for young adults. There's like a little bit of subject matter that I think is a little bit mature, but not in a way that if I was 13, I wouldn't, like I think that I would read this as a 13-year-old. And so I've always had it in my mindset that I'm a YA writer and that's all I'm ever going to be, which is silly. It's a little ridiculous, I know. I think that I've been struggling a little bit with my writing recently and trying to put it into a box of whether it's young adult or if it's adult. And there's all this new category kind of that's new adult, which kind of feels strange to me. I'm not really sure how I feel about new adult. And I'd had this conversation in a previous vlog about the contemporary romance I'm writing right now. At first, I thought that it was going to be young adult, but it is almost definitely an adult book. I've been trying to look at Project Pirate in a new lens, and I think it is 100% an adult fantasy. It's got the themes of adult fantasies. It is definitely very mature. The characters are all adults. I think that I need to get past my own fear of it not being good enough to be an adult book. Sometimes I think about my writing as a little too juvenile, which I don't think that's the case. It's just that because I have shoehorned myself to be a young adult author, that's all that I am to myself, which is silly. It's very silly. So essentially what I'm saying here is I am going full in and marketing this as an adult fantasy. I think that is exactly what it is. I might have some issues eventually in the future. There's such a discussion about how fantasies written by women are typically categorized as young adult when they should be categorized as adult. Not all of them, obviously. There are a lot of young adult fantasies out there, right? Like Six of Crows is a young adult fantasy. I have so many on my shelf. The Cruel Prince is a young adult fantasy, but there are a lot of fantasies written by women that are adult fantasies, and can even be adult epic fantasies, but are kind of watered down to be young adult or less than what it is. And so I think I might want to do a whole video on this at some point in the future. I have never done like a video essay kind of video. I've been watching a lot of them recently, and I think this topic in particular is very interesting to me, so I might do that at some point. All this to say, I wasn't expecting to go on a rant like that. I'm going to finish editing this chapter here and see where I go. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I'm gonna be so real. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just get back into editing and I can figure out the rest later. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. So I am pretty confident that I have found every single possible Canadian literary agent that is either open for querying in general and also that is accepting fantasy novels. I looked at many lists and I started recognizing all of the agency names and even the agent names, so I think I've kind of exhausted Canadian agents thus far. Next, I'll be looking more into US agents. I kind of been prioritizing Canadian agents a bit just because it would be nice if I had an agent that was here in Canada. They're so few and far in between that it would be very difficult to find a literary agent in Canada. So I have to keep my options open, right? So I'm going to be looking into the US a little bit more and seeing if I can find some more that aren't on Query Tracker, because I did notice that there were a couple Canadian ones that weren't on Query Tracker. So I think that I'm just going to take another look and see. For right now though, I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I am feeling a little bit sore just sitting down, and so I'm going to do a little bit of filming for some Instagram content, so I get that all done for this week, and then this afternoon I'll come back to it after lunch and see if I can find some more US ones. So wish me luck. Now I'm back at it this morning. I've just decided that I'm going to start slowly editing the first couple of chapters here, and then I think that I was going to let someone read the first couple of chapters, like both versions of it, and see which tense makes the most sense. And so once that's done, which probably won't happen until the end of the week, then I'm going to send in all my query letters. I think what I'm going to do, I don't even know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be completely honest. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish the chapter that I'm working on. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish the chapter that I'm currently working on, which shouldn't take too much longer. I'm nearing the end of it right now. I am going to share with you guys what the synopsis of this book is, what I've written in my query letter. I don't want to share my whole query letter. Part of it has a little bit more about me and parts of my life that I'm not sharing online. So I just don't want to have everything in my biography to just kind of be out in the world. That's just my personal preference. And also, I don't want to reveal the working title of this book yet. I do have one because I have been querying with a title, which is kind of scary, but I don't want to share that with you guys yet. I like to keep some little secrets, you know? I think a little bit of mystery is good. But instead, what I can share with you is the synopsis that I've written for this. I think that's what I'm going to do, and then I might end the video there. Wren is the daughter of the most feared pirate captain on the seas, but she's also the daughter of a siren. Her days grow dark when she must become captain after her father dies at sea. He leaves behind a great legacy that she struggles to uphold as a chest of stolen treasure curses her crew to grow weak with every passing day. Wren must team up with another ship led by the inexperienced Captain Juniper, as the only way to save their respective crews is to work as a team. However, they both have secrets they are willing to do anything to hide. No one must know of Wren's siren blood, and Juniper is the descendant of a powerful sea god. As they face perilous storms, sea creatures, and the law, Wren and Juniper seem to have more in common than the other thinks. All the while, Ren hears a call from the sirens and a prophecy that foretells her death by Juniper's hand.